Hello, ladies and gents. Welcome back. In this video, I'm gonna give you my thoughts about the Indian Wells tournament matches so far. Wow, we have seen plenty of upsets in this tournament in the first and second round. Five of the top 10 players in the world have crashed out. In the second round, Medvedev lost to Monfils, Zverev lost to Tommy Paul, Felix Auger-Aliassime lost to Botic van der Zandschulp, Tsitsipas lost against the young American Brooksby, and Casper Ruud lost against Nick Kyrgios. Of all these matches, the match that was the least upset was Casper Ruud's loss against Nick Kyrgios, like I mentioned in my preview. And how did it come that all of these guys lost their matches? Because they didn't perform, of course. I would like to start with look, in this tennis sport, you know what to do if you want to win a match. You have to win that last damn point. You have to be present in the important points. You have to be there from the beginning. If you disappear from the match, you will automatically allow the opponent to take the control. And if your opponent is playing well that day, that means you have a difficult task, almost a mission impossible sometimes, to turn that table around into a victory. And many of these top ranked players who are like I said, all of these guys are top 10 players. They didn't perform. They dropped their level. They allowed their opponent. Some of them played really great, to be honest. And today we have Rublev and Berrettini, who are also ranked in the top 10. They can also disappear if they don't perform today. Berrettini will play against Lloyd Harris, and Rublev will take on Francis Tiafoe that beat him at the US Open last year in that 5-set battle. So, guys, take notes. Take notes from Rafael Nadal. Nadal plows through this tournament as usual as it does. He hasn't played superbly great in this tournament, but he's a human after all. But still, he performs. Take notes, like I said, take notes from this Spaniard racing bull. His consistency level is the only level that I trust amongst this player, because can I really trust the other players? The so-called next-gen players that are supposed to take over the big three, they are not here yet. We can't call Medvedev, Zverev, Tsitsipas. We can't call them next gens anymore. They are in their prime. They are here in their peak of their career, career years, peak career years. They're around 25 years almost, and some Medvedev is older, of course, and they didn't perform. Why? Because they are not trustable. This is an unpredictable tournament, like the players I mentioned. You never know what to get out of them and how they're going to perform. In my preview, I said up to pick up 8 names that I was thinking that are going to reach the quarterfinals. I didn't have Medvedev there. Why? Because I didn't trust his level. I knew that in my gut feeling, I know that he will not going to advance. I thought he was going to actually lost against Alcaraz and not Monfils. But like Monfils, you know, with Monfils, he can lose against anybody, and he can also beat anybody except Djokovic. So Monfils, what did he do today? He exposed Medvedev's weaknesses, because these slow surfaces doesn't suit Medvedev. Medvedev is depending on fast hard courts for his game to be lethal. He's still a great player. He won the first set, but after that, Monfils took control. He played some high octanic tennis. He was really not in the zone, but he was much superior than Medvedev. He didn't allow Medvedev to dictate from the baseline. Monfils tried to execute the points very fast, and his forehand was out of this world today, and he served great. So the only thing that was difficult for Monfils, in my opinion, is how to read Medvedev's serve. That was the only thing that was difficult for him to take his teeth into this match. But since his serve level also dropped in the third set, this was a really not a contest because after all, Monfils, he's not a terrible player. I have dissed him many times in my videos, but today he showed up on the right side and he wants to continue this tournament. But Medvedev's backhand and baseline game didn't work tremendously good in this battle against Monfils. He didn't get those depth in his ground strokes. And Monfils, who is quick on his feet, he could just he played smart. He didn't play too difficult in this match. He didn't make things difficult for himself. He somehow knew that he had a decent chance against Daniil Medvedev, and in the end he was much better on the clutch moments. And after the second set, the air ran out of the Russian guy, so he lost fair and square. It was not. It was not the normal standard for Medvedev, but Monfils did a great performance on court. So, congrats to Monfils. And then we have Zverev, who lost. I think he has met Paul twice and lost both of those meetings. Paul is an underrated player. I saw him at Stockholm Open when he won his first title. But a guy like Zverev, who I had as a pick in the final, boy, I will eat that up. Like I said in my preview, it was a long shot. He didn't perform. He was in the first set, he got outclassed from Paul, but in the second set, he took his A game into the court. But still, those double faults, still those that second serve, it didn't work for Sasha. And Paul, who was consistent and alert on his feet, took his opportunity and punished Zverev. And there is really not much difference between these top 50 guys and top 10 guys if you count out Nadal and Djokovic, in my opinion. Some extent Medvedev, but like I said, he always does this in the season. He disappeared for moments of the calendar year. So we will see what happened to Medvedev. Him and Zverev and Tsitsipas are in a dark zone. I don't know if that AO loss affected Medvedev's game, but I kind of expected this kind of reaction. And Tsitsipas, when I said we're gonna have a tough battle against Brooksby, lost against the American dude after he was up one set. He won the first set pretty easy, but Tsitsipas' backhand, his returns was horrible in this match, and that allowed Brooksby to take his teeth into the match. The young American guy with this great backhand, with this great firepower, sometimes that he possesses when he brings out his A game to the court. He really is a youngster. He knew that Tsitsipas is not unbeatable. He knew that Tsitsipas hasn't played that rock solid lately. So I think that he got it. He really took his chances. Meanwhile, Tsitsipas didn't play his best tennis match of the year, of course, but sometimes that's enough. All credits to Brooksby for advancing into the fourth round. And we had Nick Kyrgios on the field also. He dialed in again. He played tremendously good against Casper Ruud, who really doesn't have that firepower to be a threat, because at Indian Wells you need some firepower. It's a slow court. You can grind down your opponents, but Nick Kyrgios knew that this battle will not be effective for him if he takes that rally to the baseline. He did what he always do when he played great tennis. He served great. He's opportunistic. He takes his chances. He mixes up the game, and when he has the chance, he's not afraid of taking that massive forehand cut or backhand cut or approach the net. So Nick Kyrgios did what I expected from him. He didn't. He played really focused and controlled in this match. That surprised me a little bit, because always in every match he plays, he does something that makes him lose focus, or he's not focused purposely. I don't know, but that's Nick. He's very entertaining. We have an entertaining match in the next round, of course. I'm gonna go into that later. And what more matches did we see? We saw Cameron Norrie defeat Bashashvili. the lineup from the previous year's Indian Wells finals. It went on just like last year. Bashashvili didn't do his lesson. He won the first set, but then he allowed Norrie to come back in the match, and he wore him down basically. And Opelka defeated Shapovalov. Neither of these guys served tremendously good through the whole match. They had the set in each, and in the third set, I think that there was almost equal, but due to Shapovalov's poor returning, due to his inconsistency from his backhand side, Riley Opelka played smart. He aimed for that backhand in the crucial moments, and by a small margin, he defeated Shapovalov. That match could have ended either way, but it ended in Opelka's favor this time, and he has advanced to the next round. And Yannick Sinner made things difficult for himself against the French dude Bonzi. He won the 3 sets. He didn't really impress me of the highlights that I saw. I saw different highlights, not the Tennis TV highlights. And he just did his job. It wasn't day at the office for Yannick Sinner. And some of the other matches they're going to play today is Schwartzman, that I have them on top 8 list, is going to play against Isner. That will be in David against Goliath battle. Can he handle Isner's serve? I think if he can do that, he will win that match. Either way, I think that Isner will win this match. But I give the slightest edge to Schwartzman because I have him on my list. And we have Paul against Deminaur. That match can end either way. And we have Dimitrov against Bublik, and another entertaining match. That match is going to be very entertaining for you if you want to see, if you want to look for some great quality tennis, not consistent tennis, but quality in terms of show, entertaining, great shot selection, and they are tremendously good ball strikers, both of them. So, all right, into the 4th round matches, we have Nadal against Opelka. They've met once, and I think that was at a Rome clay court tournament last year, or maybe it was 2020. Nadal won that battle, and of course, I have to mention, I forgot to mention Carlos Alcaraz, Carlito. Wow, what did he do? He basically destroyed and bageled RBA, who is a solid hardcourt player, 6-2, 6-0. And this young, fearless, powerful lion from Spain, he really means business. I said that this guy is going to take out Medvedev, but he didn't get the chance. Now he has to take on Monfils. They have never met. This can be a very entertaining match. And now that section is wide open into the semifinals, because the winner there will probably meet the winner between Sinner and Kyrgios, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe I missed. But anyway, I think that matchup, it's going to be a little bit physical, but because I don't trust Monfils' consistent level, I think that Alcaraz will win that match. But how does he perform, this young Spaniard? He's all over the court. He's crushing the ball. He's powerful ground strokes from both wings. His quick feet, everything that he does on court is so perfect, so mature, so focused, so determined for a youngster like that. That's the kind of player we want to see in the future. That's the kind of player that we want to take, that's going to take over after the big three. That kind of level I want to see from other youngsters. Still, he's very young. Still, he has a lot to learn. He has lost a couple of matches also in his so far very short career. Some difficult losses, and but Alcaraz, he's very hearted. I think he really wants to be a superstar, and can be a future number one for sure. He has all the weapons, he has the right mindset, and he has the physique, and that's very necessary in today's tennis. And then we have Cameron Norrie against Brooksby and Sinner against Kyrgios. That's going to be an entertaining match. I had Sinner on my list as a top 8, but I would not be surprised if Kyrgios takes him out. If Kyrgios takes him out, that means probably will have to face the match that everybody wants against Nadal. That's gonna be a great. That will be an awesome, entertaining match. Not a blockbuster like the Wimbledon matches they played against each other. I think the last year, or was it in 2019? But anyway, Nadal and Kyrgios always brings out great tennis from both sides because none of them want to surrender against each other due to the little bit history. But I think they're cool now. So all in all, this was my recap of the matches from round one and round two, and some of them in round three, of course. And we are waiting for the other the bottom half of the draw to complete their third round matches. So what I'm most impressed with is, of course, Nadal's consistency level. Because against Sebastian Korda, look at Sebastian Korda's three last losses. He lost against Nadal. He was serving for the match. The match before, he was serving for the match against Lajovic. He lost. The match before that, the loss before that against Nori, he was serving for the match. He lost again. That means that these youngsters, they are not up here. They are not here. They are not focused up here. They are not mentally strong. A guy like Korda, who almost had the chance to take out Rafael Nadal, but Nadal, due to his superior fighting spirit, due to his superior consistency, like I said, 9 out of 10 matches you will lose. But if you're not there, you lose all of them. If you don't try, you're gonna lose all of them. But if you try, you can at least grab 10% of those matches, and that's what Nadal did. And that mindset has taken Nadal so far in his career to the top of the tennis heaven. And like I said, take notes from Nadal. All right, folks. Thank you for watching this video. Take care and bye-bye.